Hi, this is Bobby from Horse Tender Studio, and welcome to another vlog. First off, I wanted to do a bit of an apology. I've been trying to do these videos once a week, around Sunday or Monday. Last week I did not post one or film one. A week ago, Monday afternoon, evening, we said goodbye to Max, our puppy. I think he had a really good day. Jeff got off work early and we took him to the beach, and along the way we stopped and got some chicken nuggets, and there was a lot of snow at the beach, so he got to eat chicken nuggets and roll around in the snow, and he had a good time. It was really hard. I knew it was going to be really hard, but still kind of taken by surprise. It's Tuesday here. Yesterday was Monday, and yesterday morning was the hardest for me because it was the first Monday morning without him. And Monday Jeff goes to work, and Max and I would get settled into our weekly routine, and so I had about a dozen thoughts about him yesterday before I had my coffee, like, oh, I've got to do laundry, so I have to carry the hamper downstairs, but before I do that I need to take Max downstairs and get him squared away. Oh, right. And then, before I make my coffee, I need to make sure I let him out, make sure he's settled. Oh, right. And then, like, time to make our breakfast. Oh. I emptied the yogurt container and he wasn't there to give it to. It was just really hard. But anyway, so just kind of dealing with that and dealing with what Jeff and I are calling a big Max-sized hole in our life right now. And moving on to happier things, Rexy, my big Clydesdale Mare project that I did, I'm happy to report that she arrived safely. I mailed her into the coordinator for the makeover contest, and she arrived, and they got some really good pictures of her and posted the poll for voting, so that's live right now. I think it's going to be going until Thursday of this week, so if I can remember, I'll put the link to that down in the comments. There's a lot of really neat horses that people made this year. Last time I looked at the results, she wasn't doing terribly well. I think she was in like 4th place or something, but I was kind of bummed about that at first, and then I was trying to remind myself, I feel like a winner just because I did her, in 6 weeks to take a original model and go to a drastic custom and actually get her finished and sent in on time, barely. Is an accomplishment, so I'm really happy about that. In other accomplishment news, Chewy, I actually did finish him. We said goodbye to Max on Monday. I really didn't feel like painting on Tuesday, and so par for the course for me, Wednesday, the last day of NaMoPaimo, I finished him up, and here he is. And honestly, I'm still kind of in shock with how he turned out. I was really hard on myself, waiting until the last minute again, and I said I didn't want to do that. I wanted to really try to do him justice. I had plans for him to just be really neat, and I thought I was just going to have to do some sort of quick, job on him just to say that I did him and not be happy. But wow, I'm not really sure where this came from, but he turned out really well. I'm really happy with him. There's a couple of tiny areas I might go back and touch up eventually, or I might just leave him the way he is. I think he's pretty cool. So I named him Bomb Biddy Bomb after a song that kept popping up on Spotify while I was working on him. And I just thought it's just a neat song, got a good beat, good rhythm, and just kind of made me think of big chunky horse, kind of prancing around or whatever. So anyway, his name's Bomb for short. So that's him. Let's see, in local Japanese news, I thought it would be fun to share couple of new Kit Kat flavors are out. Kit Kats are huge over here in Japan. There's been, gosh, I think 300 flavors of them made over the years. And so this is one that just came out, and it's banana. And they're really good. And then the one that's actually like my favorite right now, I just stumbled across, is orange. And I thought, man, those have to be good, because I've always liked chocolate and orange flavors kind of together. But what they actually taste like is they taste like one of those orange creamsicle ice cream pops. They're so good. So anyway, I'm going to be sending these out to a certain friend of mine as a surprise. And I try to send out some of the different Kit Kat flavors to friends back in the States every so often, just as something different, something fun, something good. Let's see, I'm working on another saddle pad. One of my patterns that I drew up a while ago, oh, come on out. I made a bunch of new patterns, and this was one of them. And so I'm actually working on that now. I finished all 4 of the commission saddle pads that I had in, and I've just got to get the felt backing and my signature tags put on them, and then they'll be going out pretty soon too. And then another exciting news, I'm really excited. This was totally unexpected. Somebody wrote me a message on my Etsy store and asked if I do custom horses, custom orders. And I was a little hesitant to do it. I wasn't sure with coming back into the hobby if I wanted to kind of jump back into doing commissions and all that. But we talked it over and what she's looking for. And I showed her some of the molds that I have available, and she really fell in love with a couple of them. So anyway, these are actually 2 of the new blind bag molds, stablemate molds. And what I'm going to be doing for her, I've already started doing a little bit of Dremel work on the legs, is I'm actually going to be turning these into a couple of Gypsy Manners. This one is going to be the mare, kind of frolicking around, and I believe she's going to be a Palomino, and then this is going to be the stallion, and he's going to be a buckskin. I might have those colors flipped, but off the top of my head, I think the mare is Palomino and the stallion's buckskin. Anyway, so I started kind of roughing them up. I took off this one's mane because I'm going to be sculpting new manes and tails on them. You know, giving them the hair that Gypsy Manners are famous for. And then I'm going to be bulking up the legs and the bodies and all that, giving them that chunky drafter manner look. So that's exciting. And then the biggest news that I have to share, I'm sharing here on my vlog first, is Jeff and I are going to take a trip this coming weekend. We're leaving, and we're going to Australia. We're going to Queensland, and the reason we're going down there is to see Cazador, the Spanish Mustang stallion that I got when he was a baby. If you've known me for a while, you probably know his story. I got him kind of as a rescue when he was about 9 or 10 months old. He was completely wild and woolly and scared of people and covered in ticks, and he was a pretty rough little guy. But I had him for 3 years and did a lot of training with him. I actually just barely had started riding him. And he came around just to be a beautiful, beautiful horse, loved people. He's the biggest personality and most intelligent horse I think I've ever worked with. He's a Spanish Mustang, and he's a gorgeous red dun Overo color. And due to a lot of things I'm not going to get into here, I ended up selling him to someone in Australia, and they exported him down there. Gosh, I think it's been about 6 years now. So I've had, Jeff and I have had open invitation to come down and visit him and visit them whenever we wanted, and we're finally going to make that happen. And I'm really anxious to see if he remembers me. So that'll be a fun kind of experiment, I guess, if you want to call it that, just to see what he thinks, see if he remembers me. And I hope he does. If he doesn't, that's okay. It's been a long time, but everyone says, oh, he's going to know who you are. But anyway, so we're leaving this weekend. We'll be gone for a couple of weeks. I'm not sure if I'm going to be vlogging along the way. I'd really like to. I'm definitely going to be taking a ton of pictures and video of Queensland, you know, the things that we see. We went and got a waterproof camera the other day because we are going to be doing some snorkeling. They live right on the beach, so we're going to be spending a lot of time at the beach, a lot of time in the water. And I'll definitely have plenty to share when we get back, if not while we're there. So anyway, I guess I better wrap this up. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm always open to hear new ideas about videos or any questions that you might have. Just let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.